Hey, everybody, welcome. Who are we again?
The Fools.
Two of us, two fools.
Plural.
Yeah. So we're going to put it on camera. Tyler, Fool 2.
Fool number 2.
And he's going to introduce what we're going to do here real quick. So let's flip it over to
this
Tyler.
Is embarrassing because I can't fully remember what we start with, but I believe we are going to start with some hot topics. And we are specifically going to start off with the Super Mario Galaxy movie film, which is still just crushing it in the box office because who doesn't love Mario and Illumination? During the third weekend, if you look at the global sales of tickets, we're at 747,000 to 750 million. It remains a clear highest grossing release of 2026 so far, and is proving a remarkably leg-friendly for a family tentpole. And I think this is only going to be beat by Avengers Doomsday.
You think so?
That's my hot take on this.
Yeah, it could be. We're gonna so some of the things that we're gonna do is news, like you started out. Thanks for covering for me for a few seconds while I ducked out to fix a camera issue. It's what we do here. We just
constant adjustments.
This isn't professional. This is just, that's why it's Fools, right?
If you ain't faking it, you ain't making it, is what they say.
Exactly. So we're doing news, trailers, hot takes.
Good.
Right, for this first segment. So you got it.
I had a 1 in 3 chance.
And you are a comedy fan.
I am.
Natick. And we're gonna attempt something here. The system claims that this is going to work. We can't test it unless we test it live.
Yeah.
And
if I know anything about technology, there will be no blips or glitches or hiccups.
So what we want, though, is we do want to hear from you and let us know how this is working, how it's not, how it is, how the fools have failed you.
Who you can hear, who you can't hear, who you don't want to hear. All the above.
Exactly.
Answer number D.
So we're gonna flip over and let's get it started.
Don't worry. I test all the potential new family members with this machine. Is your name Olivia Jones?
Yes.
You love Henry Focker?
Very much.
Do you have a positive impression of Henry's family so far?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey.
Lie detector.
The old machine. It's funny to be on the outside. Used to be in the hot seat.
Would you like to ask me some questions, Greg?
Okay, Olivia, do you think I hold Henry emotionally hostage?
I mean, yeah. You call him Wee Wee?
Wee wee!
What is that, like a joke about his Wee Wee?
Oh, nope, no jokes about
All
him.
right. Wait a minute.
What?
They're gonna talk about wee wee.
Wee.
Who
doesn't love a
Two
good
E's.
wee joke?
What? We're already gonna.
Here's, I don't remember. It was Meet the Fockers, and then it was, what was the second one?
So no, it was Meet the Parents.
Oh, Meet the Parents.
And then Meet the Fockers, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you. I don't
And
remember.
then, yeah, I don't know. This is why it's live.
Yeah.
We're here to do
Yeah.
it. I don't. We didn't. No prep.
No prep.
That's the
Well,
that's
some
the whole
prep,
point.
but minimal.
Well, I mean, on the trailer.
We got the trailer up.
so it's Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and then Little Fockers, I think. That's how it goes. And then so now the Little Fockers,
Fockers
all
and law.
grown up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna meet the Focker in-laws apparently.
And this guy's displaying a stud all year round, apparently.
Right.
I forget his actor's name, but I remember from Psych.
Oh, okay.
And then he was obviously in Superman last year.
Yeah.
As
Jimmy,
the man who can pick up anyone. And now he's got Ariana, which is something.
I mean, she's wicked.
She is pretty wicked.
Twice.
Nice to see some meat on the bones in that. Did you see some
There's no meat on the bones.
Yeah, but more than in some of the photos that I've seen.
Well, that's true. Poor girl needs a sandwich.
Yeah. Or two.
Yeah, here we go. Let's keep going. Or make the attempt.
There's little penis. I mean, not little. You probably have more up-to-date info on it. I haven't seen it for a while, so. Dad, please stop talking. All right. What do you think of Olivia?
She's adorable, so smart. good boy.
He likes you. With one sniff, dogs can tell more about a person's character than a human could. I don't know if you were aware, Greg, but when we first met, I didn't think you were good enough for my pancake.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah. What?
Maybe that's not a hot take.
That I don't know. That's a weird thing there, isn't it? I don't much.
Dial of Destiny when Harrison Ford and
I know 83-year-old guy taking his shirt off in that.
Crazy.
All right. Here we go.
We're back.
Olivia's a powerhouse.
People underestimate me, but actually, I was an FBI hostage negotiator.
Badass.
Here comes the airplane.
I pulled the strings of the hostage takers, like strategic, emotional puppetry. That's how I'm gonna free Henry from you, Greg.
The trailer. Oh,
Oh my God.
What do we do? Oh my God, you baby birdie, Grandpa Jay. I'm gonna ask Olivia to marry me.
What?
Hey, you sure she's the one?
Dad. Why?
I'm a little worried about Henry. He's so innocent, and she's trained to manipulate people. I love the lengths that you go to for your mishpucha. Mishpucha, that means family in Yiddish.
I know.
I'm not that.
ever what?
Done an ice bath.
Sort of. Not very good at it.
Is it something you can be good at?
Yeah, my niece, like she can 3 minutes it. Yeah.
How long are you supposed to be in an ice
3
bath?
minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I like cold. And I think you could, because eventually you just go numb, don't you? I would assume.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't
Including
know.
your little wee wee.
Yes.
Yes.
Never mind.
De Niro.
I'm considering inviting Olivia into the circle of trust.
Look at the guns on this guy.
Well, thank you for noticing.
You can't just waltz in there. I worked my ass off to get in there.
Should be an interesting weekend.
Are you not insane? Race to the end?
Let's do it.
Oh, gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Got him going insane.
Because they're wearing pink.
I thought this would be an opportunity to get to know me, to bond.
How do you bond with an emotional puppeteer? I won't be your little Pinocchio, Geppetto, evil Geppetto. I'm a real boy. What the hell's the matter with you, Focker?
Well, there it is.
Oh,
Hello.
love
My name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to
Get a little bit of ad in.
4K trailer.
Get a little ad in there. There we go.
Oh, look at that chin.
All right.
That's a jawline if I've seen a jawline. That man ain't hiding behind no beard.
Yeah, like the two fools that we are hiding
That's
behind
right.
the beard.
That's all we got.
I've really enjoyed the Focker movies.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be another one. I can't wait till Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like
Great time for Thanksgiving is a great time for comedies.
Yeah, it really is.
Family
Absolutely.
get-togethers.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even realize it was being worked on.
I didn't
until
realize it was either.
I
until
saw
today.
news about it, and I was like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah.
And I saw some of the actors in it, like Ariana, and again, the person I can't remember that's in Psych and Superman. I was like, "This almost doesn't seem real," but it is.
It is.
It is real.
It is real. There it is. It's real. They're gonna do it. It's coming out Thanksgiving.
4th week of November, or 4th Thursday of November.
Isn't it the third Thursday?
I'm 95% sure it's the 4th.
Really? There's not 4 Thursdays in certain Novembers.
There's always 4.
I'm just messing with you.
This ain't February.
All right, on to the news.
On to the
You
news.
you got the second one to
Yeah.
go here. Let's do it.
So Lee Cronin did The Mummy.
Yep.
Scores a solid horror opening by the Evil Dead Rise directors, Sam Raimi, right? That's who directed that.
Evil Dead Rise. I didn't look it up.
That's fair. Well, you got this nice little Evil Dead.
Well, Sam Raimi probably wasn't even alive back then.
Oh, really?
Right. He might have done the Rise of the Evil Dead though, or Evil Dead Rise, because that came out
recently.
Yeah, not terribly long ago, maybe in 22.
Here's all the prep that we do into this.
I know.
I would assume that he did this one.
So
It sounds like a film for him. The Evil Dead Rise, not The Mummy. Debuted to approximately 13.5 million domestic and 34 million global on a modest $22 million budget.
I know.
Which is pretty good, especially with the horror genre. It landed in third place overall and is being hailed as a smart counter-programming win for the spring horror slot.
Evil Dead Rise was 2023, so it was a year off.
And then I'm definitely off with Sam Raimi.
Director is Lee Cronin.
Yeah,
that's who.
Oh, you're right, Lee Cronin.
Yeah.
I like how we debated this whole thing.
When
I
thought it wasn't in front of us.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
I know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I saw a few
We all know that.
of the social media things saying that I think they had to say Brendan Fraser is not in this film.
Oh, sure.
Which is super funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
So CinemaCon 2026 wrapped up, but the buzz is still going strong, my friend.
Yeah, no Doomsday trailer yet.
Right.
To the public.
To the public. Even though the big Las Vegas event ended a few days ago, Hollywood is still buzzing like crazy about those announcements.
Yeah.
And I want to know.
I want to see
talking about
RDJ.
There's official confirmation of Top Gun 3.
Which is weird.
Right?
Why? I thought it was like Top Gun Maverick was.
That was,
it.
I agree. But they made a couple boatloads of money with it.
They sure did.
So that better not take another 36 years because I do think Tom Cruise might actually be dead then.
I mean, he'll still be running.
He'll be right.
Whether it's in a grave or on top of an airplane.
he'd be in his he'd be 98 or something. Yeah. But anyway.
Hey, Scientology will take you far, man.
They're also talking they're also talking about the Snoop Dogg biopic.
You know, is it pronounced biopic or biopic?
I don't know. I say stuff wrong all the time. So does it really matter?
I just think the word biopic is a funny word. If that's what it is.
It's your biopic. You're right. New trailers for Jumanji, Street Fighter. They introduced. Everybody's talking about it. You see all kinds of
Jumanji. I'm kind of excited for
stuff. Yeah,
I haven't seen Kevin Hart in much recently.
Right,
and it should be kind of fun.
And that's okay. To be fair, that's okay.
But I liked him in Jumanji.
Yeah,
like as long as he's playing what he knows.
Exactly.
That's all I care about.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him.
He's good at where he's good at.
Yeah.
So, Escape from New York reboot. Have you ever seen that? Kurt Russell.
No.
1981, I believe, was the first one.
Not at all.
I'm not sure how I feel about that news, but just, I mean, social media buzz and chatter like crazy over all this stuff since CinemaCon in Las Vegas. So
it'll be interesting to see when the stuff releases to the public. Because I would assume it's interesting when they have such special events like that. Like, who are you fully tailoring to?
Yeah, exactly.
You make your money over the weekend, and I would assume the next week, like, hey, let's drip feed some of the trailers that we actually just showed.
You would think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You keep the hype alive for a little bit longer, at least.
Right. There's over 1,000 Hollywood stars, tongue-in-cheek stars.
I'm trying to figure out if you're talking about like Hollywood stars, like, you know, the little stars that they get sometimes.
Well, we're talking about like Ben Stiller, Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Ruffalo stars. They signed an open letter, apparently pushing back on the Warner Paramount, whole Discovery deal.
Yeah.
So that's I mean,
interesting.
It is interesting.
That whole
they've
situation
come out,
is weird.
Yeah, they've come out. They don't like the mega merger. And there's regulatory hearings and stuff that are happening. It sparked a ton of debate across the industry, obviously. With a consolidation like this, it could mean they talk about what it could mean for creative freedom in the future of big studios.
Yeah.
Right. But it's pretty wild to see these heavy hitters
what's that gonna
speak up on it.
It's interesting.
I don't know.
I understand like signing petitions and stuff like that, but in a situation like this where it's business doing business things, what's a petition going to do?
Yeah, exactly. It's weird.
Yeah.
But here's my hot take, number
Tell me.
1 of the week then. So these 1,000 Hollywood stars that we mentioned, Phoenix, Stiller, Ruffalo, their whole squad. The squad. This is it's just a dramatic open letter against the merger. It's basically clutching pearls about artistic freedom.
Yeah.
They're talking about artistic freedom. It's kind of bold of them to do that from their $10 million mansions, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because
plus, I mean, that's the
like
low
the stuff
end.
that like Matt Damon, because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck had their whole studio where they like fund projects that they're.
I heard they got bought out.
Oh, did they?
I heard that. I don't know.
Interesting.
But
like that's the route you'd think. Like, I like that. That was a cool idea.
Yeah.
What they were doing and what they were hoping
I
for.
think that's dead.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I liked it when I was alive for the
Yeah.
brief 3 years.
I'm pretty sure it's dead.
And we got the Air movie.
I think didn't Netflix or something. I
know nothing about it besides
this is why we're doing this.
That's
We're gonna
right.
pick a few things every week to learn.
Yeah.
So, but to me, nothing says they're fighting for the little guy like millionaires who spent decades making
millions upon
superhero
millions.
movies.
Yeah.
And 8 Fast and the Furious films in the last decade and all these things. They're all of a sudden worried about that there won't be enough studios basically to overpay them. They're all going to be merged.
Well, there's
not enough
too,
studios.
Because, like Warner Brothers is doing it because they're bankrupt, right? Like that was part of the.
It is.
They were selling out.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, part of it is that it really does have to get refocused negotiation wise to make it a profitable business. And with like the theaters, all the stuff that's going on at the theaters right now, like that's just going to be a reality. Like pay cuts are probably going to have to exist in order for it to thrive.
Yeah, I think they're just fighting the wrong fight.
Yeah,
I mean, totally. They're way behind. They should have stopped the nonsense years and years ago.
Yeah.
with all their weird little rants and all these things, and that's killed them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's killed Hollywood.
Yeah,
it just has.
It's not entertainment anymore. It's all
no, it's not. It's so agenda driven.
Yeah.
And things. It's just wild. But let's move on to segment 2.
Segment 2.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna do my second hot take.
Sounds good.
We're just gonna
that was
praise.
We burned the embers.
We're just gonna praise Mario some more.
I love Mario. I'm gonna probably watch it a second time next week.
Nice.
Yeah, with my brother because he has not seen it yet.
Nice. Shaun of the Dead is a British zombie comedy directed by Edgar Wright, starring Simon Pegg as Shaun, a directionless London slacker in a dead-end job. After his girlfriend Liz dumps him for being immature and stuck in a rut with his slacker best mate, Ed, played by Nick Frost, Shaun vows to get his life together. The very next day, a zombie apocalypse hits London. Shaun, Ed, and their friends must fight through the undead to rescue loved ones and take shelter in their local pub.
Try to rescue loved ones, at least.
The Winchester. It's a perfect mix of horror, sharp British humor, heart, and action, often called the best rom-com ever. Shaun of the Dead.
I love me some
2004.
adjectives. Long time.
It is. You were
This is my first time watching this.
You were
last
just
weekend.
a young pup.
I was 10.
Yep.
When this movie came out.
This was a good time back in 2004.
And I've known about it for a long time. It's
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's been heralded as one of the best in this genre. And I like me some like comedy is my favorite genre. Comedy,
Yeah, for sure.
I just enjoy it. Which unfortunately there's just not much to enjoy in comedy anymore.
No.
But
They don't take any risks anymore.
no. And this one was good. This one was so good. I love British humor.
I know. That's great.
It's
Take car. go to Mom's, kill Phil, grab Liz, go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
I mean, really, what else can
That
you
was
do?
the plan.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a good plan,
it is a good plan.
especially when you're as familiar with the Winchester as he is.
Exactly. I mean, he's going to change his life though, but got to go back to the Winchester for a pint.
Oh, I mean, is it really the right time to change your life when there's a zombie apocalypse happening?
I know. Yeah, go ahead. I just, that reminded me of just the summary of really what that movie was. It's just,
But it's a clever film.
It is clever.
It's British humor, but it was done so well with like some of the foreshadowing stuff comedically with how they did it with. I mean, you saw people acting weirdly in the background quite a few times leading up to like, yeah, we're a full-blown zombie apocalypse at this point.
Right.
And all of that was super entertaining of him just like, well, that's strange. Like when he was on the bus and he looked out the window and the guy just like bites into a pigeon. And it's like, yeah, that's strange. And he's like probably trying to figure out, am I hallucinating right now? Like it's been a weird day.
Right.
Gets all like, and then another thing happens, and he's like, "Nope, I'm just gonna keep my little blinders on."
Well, what I loved though is that they played. He went, to the local little convenience store or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they played that the morning he woke up for the zombie apocalypse, and
Yeah.
it's like identical.
Yeah.
Like he didn't
It's-
even notice anything different
It's called routine
because it was right.
You could have
It was
seen
totally
the ruts
routine.
that his routines would have led to.
Yep.
It's the same path every single day.
Yep. So I thought that was pretty clever. They risked like everything though to do this. I mean, I think Simon Pegg, probably borrowed from his mom, if I remember right. Like they put everything they had into this.
Yeah. And it shows.
It does. I mean, every dime and everything
Yeah.
into this that they could.
And at least it ended up being worth it for him.
I think this is one of the first crowdfund.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Like that was a whole. I know that was a thing with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Some fun actors. I love me some British actors. Because one of the guys
British film is better than bringing in some British actors into like an American.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this was designed to be in London.
Yeah.
Right. The whole thing was written for that.
The narrative, the writing.
Everything. And that's perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Making fun of obviously Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
George Romero.
Hopping some fences. It's so quirky. Like, let's just make these jokes. And
Yeah.
they land.
They do. Yeah, they had no idea that this was actually going to do anything, and they were hopeful.
What's super interesting too is like you can tell it's lower budget. I think, but I would still argue the cinematography. I think they had such a clear direction of what they wanted to do. Where like the cinematography was great.
Yep.
I loved how they did the transitions. I loved how they did. Like even the makeup was really cheesy, but it was good. Like it fit so well into the film.
Yeah.
Let me go grab a paddle and start whacking this guy.
Right.
And again, I think sometimes the slapstick humor nowadays is like we lose things because people feel like they have to show everything.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's even funnier when you don't show it and all you hear is the thud, thud, thud.
Right. To Queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
That was perfect too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss this. I miss this humor. I miss
this humor.
You just don't see that. Like we talked about with the actors, like people aren't willing to invest everything for something that they're passionate about.
Yeah, there's no risk. There's no risk of this magnitude anymore.
No.
It's the studios take the risk, whoever takes the risk, but the people that are really wanting to make this work, the actors, Ben Affleck, we talked about a few minutes ago, Matt Damon, they took some really big risks early on in their career, and they still kind of do in a sense, but they really are like, we don't care if this succeeds or fails. We believe in it.
We love the work.
it's the work we want to do. We think that it's great.
Yeah.
If it flops, we're
still proud of it. Like, I always love the films that don't necessarily do critically well, but you listen to the interview.
Well, we talked about that 2 weeks in a row for Mario Galaxy, you know.
Yeah. But you listen to the actors talk about these films, and like there's been times where I've listened to some interviews and they're like, you know, it wasn't critically acclaimed, but like these films were some of my favorite because I felt invested in it. I felt passionate about it. And even though it didn't necessarily perform well, I'm still proud of the work. And to me, that's like, if I were in an industry like that, like that's kind of what I'd want. Like, obviously you need some substance to be able to make a living. But at the same point too, like I want to be proud of the work that I'm doing and not just being like, oh yeah, this is just a cash grab for cash grab's sake.
Right.
Like Nicolas Cage. Like that's just let me be in every film every year.
Well, because he needed the cash desperately.
Yeah.
He made some real bad decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, he's admitted it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna work my way out of this.
Yeah.
You know, that was his solution.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do everything.
Yeah.
You know,
and it works. That's what he knows what he's going to do, then go for it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so there's a lot to say about this now, all these years later. But what I remember back then was so social media wasn't a thing,
right?
You know, and so people were talking, right? Like, people were talking about it, like
crazy,
crazy
to think about,
right? You know, and that's what I love about this film too, is and that's the difference today. Nobody talks about it.
No.
You know, the only thing that people share on social media or message in general on a larger scale are things, you know, more like they hate it.
Yeah.
And so either don't go see it because we hate it, or it's the things they share is it like lifts up their own team. Right.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing was just talked about. Everybody, hey, did you see what you got to go see that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Spoilers. Like I miss those days too of like, don't talk about it because I'm excited to see it.
Right.
Like you said, like that's also not done. Like as soon as something comes out, like boom, it's everywhere.
Right.
Like there's no.
We have to be the first one with all the information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I also liked what they did with the stepdad character. Like that was a fun twist.
Yeah.
Like that was super interesting. Of like, I've always been proud of you. I just wanted it got you emotional when you didn't think you'd get emotional.
No, right. Yeah, exactly. Here's one of the trivia questions that I told you right before we went live.
Yeah.
I was looking some stuff up here, and so when asked why they went with slow zombies instead of the fast running ones like from Dawn of the Dead remake,
I can tell you. I saw this one.
Simon Pegg's perfect line was, because death is not an energy drink.
Yeah.
That's what he said in
fun.
an interview.
Yeah.
And instantly became one of the most quoted lines about the movie and perfectly captures the film's dry British humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I don't watch a bunch of zombie films. Fun fact. Like that's my trivia fact for everyone is I could probably count on my hand, maybe 2 hands, about the amount of zombie films I've seen. And I do think a slower zombie makes for a better experience than a fast zombie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the slow zombie, just the sheer
herd
mass,
mentality.
right?
Yeah.
Just the sheer mass and herd of them.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what,
because
it's inescapable.
It can shock you, like, oh man, it's right in front of me, but it's not fast enough to actually catch me in that moment, so I can go run this way, and bam, there's another one.
Right.
And I would see the appeal in that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really enjoyed that. Well, we're gonna. What else do you have?
That's all I got.
Sorry,
I really enjoyed this film. Like my wife was gone. We talked about this last weekend. She is not a big fan of the British humor, and so it was one of those things where I was like on sale on TV, so I bought it. I was like, let's do it.
Perfect.
And I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
this is fantastic. I don't know why I've missed out on it as long. And this is just fun too. Like seeing Simon Pegg in this type of role.
Yeah.
Because I've only seen him really in the Mission
Mission,
Impossible
yeah, and Star
series.
Trek. Have you
And
seen
Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all similar. Like he plays a very similar
He
character.
does.
But it's interesting because he does play to the room very well of how
Right.
he never feels out of place.
No, right. He knows what he's there to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he knows what he's there to do for sure. And he's really grown, not outside of, like, he's not really a character actor.
No.
You know, like, I mean, there's a lot of really good character actors. I can't think of any of their
Johnny
names.
Depp.
Right. Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Perfect example. You know, even, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a good character actor, but he's, you know, very well known. But Jason Momoa would be a character actor. He's not great.
No.
But he plays these different
Daniel
characters.
Day-Lewis.
He goes Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, he's probably
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, another one. But so like Simon Pegg is not that.
No.
You know.
No.
And he
And
knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he brings and has gotten better at what he brings of himself to that acting role.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
Perfect. It's got more nuance.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you said, he knows what it is.
Yep.
So he's built it up, figured out the nuance to the character, which again, I would much rather that. Like, you know what your groove is. Granted, like, I do always think people should grow, but like at the same point,
He's grown. He's gotten. He's acting better as that.
Yeah.
Himself, his own character, or
Yeah.
whatever, for sure. Like, you know, his delivery is better. And
yeah,
some
but
of
like
that,
Jason
his
Momoa, like I just
personality
wish
is-
you knew what you like, what
Yeah.
your groove was.
Yeah.
And realize that like some of these roles actually probably are not the best for
Right.
you.
Right.
Dave Bautista, I think, does a good job.
Yeah.
As well of like knowing kind of what the sarcasm going over the head, like those type of characters.
Yeah, I think that when you can see when he has a good director, though.
Yeah.
Dave,
Right.
you know, Dave Bautista. You can definitely tell when he doesn't have a good director.
Yeah.
He's not a great actor.
No.
He was a wrestler, right?
Sure was.
Yeah. So
I like him better than The Rock. That's
I
another
do
hot
too.
take that
Yeah.
I'll have is
Yeah.
I think.
I do too.
Did you see the trailer for Moana?
No.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I have feelings. Well, maybe we can. Maybe I don't
Maybe,
know.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Just watch. I get so frustrated. Want to talk
You don't
about
even
hot
know what
take?
to
'Cause I
say.
get so frustrated with all these animated films getting brought live action that just don't need to.
Right.
Like there has to be understanding of like there's things you can do in the animated world that are just better in the animated world that you can't replicate in the live action world.
Right.
And that's 80% of these Disney films
Yeah.
that are designed to be majestical and magical. And
Right.
the reason they can create those worlds is it's animated.
Yeah.
It's not live action. It's not real world.
Yeah.
But
AI is going to change that.
Yeah. Give me that weird birds. I don't know.
I mean, there's so many people that think, I remember as a kid, really, I mean, CGI, we talked about CGI and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Right. Like I remember as a kid, how awful these things were going to be, and it was going to destroy everything. Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there won't be any good movies anymore and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I mean, I remember that as a kid, people
Right.
talking about it. Well,
Here.
I mean, here we are.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 years later.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
That's running down.
It's rounding down, but
Because-
and so AI is just another tool, and I know it's a different type of tool, and I get that, but the hammer, and then there's an air hammer, and then
Yeah.
So, well, what are you going to build a house with? An old-fashioned stone
Maybe an
hammer?
air hammer.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're going to use the best tool that's available.
Yeah.
It's going to be efficient. It's going to get it done better, faster, stronger, all that. And so I think
There's a song about that.
there is. I think AI is just another place that as long as we are able to keep some sort of rein on it,
It's a support.
It is.
It's a
It's
support
it's just a
mechanism.
tool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be Terminator and take over the world or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
But
I think about going back to CGI is you always see comparisons going back to Pirates of the Caribbean 2 when you got Davy Jones' Locker, like when that's first introduced. And how many times can you go back to like how good does that look? Because it's like if you want to talk about CGI, look at what Christopher Nolan does. He uses it very minimally.
Yeah.
To support what he's doing. Even Project Hail Mary recently, a lot of that was all on set pieces, and there was minimal CGI to help support the existing set. But the reason that people are so drawn to and think it looks great is because it's so grounded with support.
Yeah.
Not, hey, we're relying on this.
Yeah, it's not right. They're not bringing the actors in as the secondary, and they're not bringing in the.
Just imagine everything.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. No, and that's really good, and I think that it should be that way.
Yeah.
When you have a real actor, have a real set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
But yeah, so that's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Till next week.
Till next week.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Do it. Do it now.
All right, Palpatine.
So it's done. It's done.